Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Jennifer. Welcome to The Clean Theory. Thank you so much for coming and rejoining us for our third part of this How to Be a Bonus Parent series. Again, my name is Jennifer.
And I'm Simone. How y'all doing out there? Welcome back.
And I'm Lee Lamille. Thanks for joining us.
We started this podcast / YouTube channel in order to help people that may be starting, specifically this discussion is for people that may be starting their stepchild journey. And it can be a hard one, it can be a difficult one, not really knowing what you're getting into. And it's also for the people who have already established a relationship with a stepchild, or as we like to call them, bonus children. So we're just here to help you try to navigate through all these type of experiences. And if you guys have any questions that you may want to ask us in the future, or that you want us to talk about in future videos, leave it down in the comment box and we'll definitely address that. So first off, we're going to start with topic number 7 because we left off on topic number 6. And go back and see those other 2 videos. They will be linked in the description box as well. So topic number 7 will be the effects of a manipulative stepchild. How can that affect the family? How can that affect the household?
By nature, children are manipulative. Maybe not necessarily with malice, but children's nature is to manipulate any situation because they are in constant state of need. I need this, I need that, I want this, I want that. So, and because children don't have information, because children don't have access to things that adults have access to, right? They have access, but there's a layer they have to go through, and that's an adult, right?
Right.
And so the very nature of children is to manipulate any situation because they want their needs met. When you're dealing with bonus children, it becomes a very layered situation because if you are the bonus parent, you have to be very careful about how you manage the manipulation tactics of a child who is not yours. Absolutely, it's very difficult to navigate that when it is your own biological child. But when when you're dealing with someone else's child, you have to always, like we said in the other 2 previous videos, you have to tether your steps very, very lightly. So I guess how to manage that is how you would manage your regular children, your biological children, times 100. Right? So any type of precaution you would take with your children, you have to times that by 100 because you have to be extra careful, right? Because sometimes we tend as bonus parents to not want to see the situation for what it is, not want to label the child negatively because they are your bonus child and your stepchild or whatever. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you feel some kind of way about, or at least I have felt some kind of way of just being like, oh, you trying to get over, or you trying to do this, or you trying to do that. Because the other people tend to look at you as like, oh, you being mean, you being the evil stepmother, or whatever the case may be. And those people do exist, right? But that's not necessarily the truth. 2 things could be true, right? Even if you are the evil step-parent, that doesn't necessarily mean that this child isn't also being manipulative. So I always tread lightly because it just adds a lot of level of drama when you're dealing with someone else's children.
So I definitely think a measured approach is what I would call it. When you said tethered steps, I was like, yeah, that's ideal, right? Measured approach is kind of what and how I address what I see as potential manipulation. But again, as the bonus parent, and to some degree, right, you are 2 degrees removed, right? And where you could see the 2 parents, the 2 biological parents being puppeted, you're only at liberty to speak about in my case, you're only at liberty to talk about the puppeteering that's happening to your significant, right?
Right.
I can't call and be like, this is happening to you too, right? And we have a kindred discussion about how to address it. That would be nice. That's ideal. It's just not realistic in my situation. But therein lies where you also have to take into consideration the significance of you bringing it to light versus allowing the biological parent to see it for themselves.
Bearing our souls, we got love for everybody, even some for you trolls. Talking life, lost love, how to get to the bag. The clean theory, Mo Gen Lee talks. It's the hashtag.